the triple diffusion dice set. Oh, God, we've gone live.
We've
didn't
gone
realise.
live.
Oh, shut up
Yes.
then.
Because
Welcome to
Steve has
Fun
been
with
waiting.
Flags.
Hello, Steve, and everybody else watching. This is session 7 of Can You Hear Me Breathing? Apparently, I'm not out of sync, and nobody else is out of sync with each other, but other people are with me, so I don't know if that's showing up on the thing. If it
We're
is,
totally out of
apologies.
sync for Jason, and he has no idea. But is the audio first or is the visual first?
The audio is first.
The audio's first, so we can't get your attention first and then talk.
No, sorry.
No.
Not going to happen this time. So, as it's been a couple of weeks, I'm assuming you need a recap.
No freaking clue.
I just remember us all having that strange experience at the end where we all felt like we couldn't breathe. There was the
don't
guy
remember.
on the respirator.
I remember the setup for last session. Like, I remember the one before it quite well.
Okay. So essentially, what you did, you arrived at the tower in Miliuri, and Liha took this Hellstrom person up to like a wing or like a hospital bed to get sorted out and all hooked up, machines, etc. You decided to do some snooping around, try and find some information about the place. You kind of found out some weird things, like problem is my
The
notes are quite
penultimate floor has
basic, so I don't remember everything either.
Plant weapons research.
Yes, there were
the floor
experiments.
We found.
There were experiments, and some people had to either get treatment for it or they'd left altogether.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, and then we booked ourselves into luxury apartments, and they found us anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. And at some point or another, you woke up in a place you'd never been before, which you don't know exactly where it is, but it looks kind of derelict. But the thing that you have in common is, well, most of you anyway, you all wake up in these capsules, very Matrix style. You manage to climb out, and each of you have certain things wrong with you. So if you don't remember, Offensive essentially had your bottom half missing. Maxwell couldn't see. Dr. Reed had a massive sort of hole in your chest, like a rectangular hole.
Yeah.
And well, Jang, you think you might be a modem.
I was some sort of disembodied voice, wasn't I?
You weren't even a disembodied voice. You were a disembodied load of bleeps and
that's right. I couldn't even speak. Yes.
and stuff. Although as you kind of come around and come to your surroundings, it does look sort of familiar in here. You think maybe you have a little bit of a memory of this place, perhaps when you first arrived, although you don't know when that was or how long you've been here. You get the impression that your sneakers do still work, because they are very good and integrated into the back of your neck. So you think, communicate with each other.
I haven't yet found a date, but I believe this is after we died, when we got blown up, which is a long time after what I just remember, which was being in the spire in Miliure and talking to the CEO.
Ah, I see. No, actually, I can't fucking see.
I appear to be missing my legs.
I would love to help you search for them, but I'm having a slight problem with my main sensor with regards to searching.
Can anyone understand me?
And who the fuck put R2-D2 in this fucking room?
I was going to say, it depends how you try and communicate. If you're just trying to talk, then you get the impression after a few minutes of no.
Beep, 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 beep.
So I missed that. So can we not understand him?
No.
I had like,
At the moment, no. All he's trying to do
Okay.
is talk normally.
could someone get that fucking beeping off our speaker channel?
I would love to.
Sure.
Right, I start feeling around.
Coolio. Okay. All right. So, you feel quite a lot of like dust and debris on the floor, and you have to kind of be a bit careful because you feel a few shards of glass as well. You think that this place hasn't been used or occupied really in a little while. But you kind of feel around. You can feel your capsule. There's sort of a large table, and you feel the sort of like a fan. You think maybe a computer fan. And as you start clambering onto the actual computer components, Jang, you feel kind of almost like someone's tapping you or thumping you a bit.
Beep 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 beep.
And yeah, you can see Maxwell through your kind of monitor.
The computer is possibly misinterpreting my tapping as some sort of primitive Morse code, and is attempting to answer.
Just turn the damn thing off.
I am reluctant to do so simply because whilst I cannot see, you might be able to find information out on the computer. So I don't want to turn it off right now.
I
Is
can't
there a
use one of
monitor?
those. Where's Klaus?
Is there a monitor attached?
I'm sort of lifting myself up, on with the table, sort of, trying to get myself onto my feet as best I can, and trying to sort of feel around to see whether there is some sort of monitor viewing screen, something that indicates that there's a terminal, keyboard, mouse.
Okay. As you're doing that, we'll jump to the other two for a second. So class and offensive, you're in a room each by yourself. You can vaguely hear the sound of like a loud beeping, distortion beeping coming from somewhere. And if Maxwell's sort of fumbling around and you're making noise, then yeah, you can hear that as well. So you think potentially they're in the next room or a bit further down a corridor somewhere?
Okay. Now, you said I'm missing my legs.
Correct.
Is there anything else there? Am I mobile, or am I just emptying out whenever I go upright?
Well, you seem intact. You think you might have some kind of maybe a metallic plate or something keeping the rest of you in.
Okay. In that case, I'm
You
going to
definitely feel
hop
like you've
over.
been like that for some time.
I'm going to hop over to the wall where I can hear stuff through and start hitting the wall to get through it.
Okay. Sure thing.
Now,
By
I
the
appreciate
way-
there might be a door, but I haven't thought of that yet.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You have just woken up and you're very disorientated. So that's fine. Your legs, by the way. Well, actually, no. Don't worry about that because you haven't got them just yet. But can you give me? Let's see.
They are somewhere else having their own adventure.
Having a
Maybe.
wave time.
It's been a while. Bear with me. Can you give me? Let's see. Strength plus athletics. See if you can break through the wall.
Today's game quotation: "Don't worry about your legs; you don't have them yet."
Excess of 10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you basically just throw yourself at the wall and you immediately crumble through. It's even though you do it easily, you definitely feel like it's a bit fragile.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go through, you see Maxwell.
Yeah, walking on my hands.
Yeah, Maxwell, he's fumbling around, and if he turns towards you, you can see that his eyes are missing.
Who's there?
They're just sockets, there's nothing there. And he's next to a computer that's flashing furiously and beeping.
It's the top half of offensive back. I'm afraid I don't know where the lower half is.
You know, I was looking for a bright spot in the fact that I cannot see at all. Thank you for supplying it.
Now, where do we think Klaus is? And Zhang? Where the hell is Zhang?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna bang on each wall. Klaus, tell me when it's loudest. I'm gonna pop around the room, banging on the wall.
Yes, eventually you
So-
hear a loud bang coming on the adjacent wall.
So what's this
Okay.
hole in my chest look like? Or is there
Quite
anything
simply
in there?
that. It's very clean. It's kind of a large, long rectangular. So you think from, I mean, I'm not massive expert in biology, but sort of from the middle of your chest area down towards your abdomen. There just doesn't appear to be anything in it. And it's very odd. You've never seen anything like it, and it's all kind of carefully put back together, you know, again to make sure nothing else is coming out or bleeding or anything.
Always knew the medical profession was heartless.
Okay, I'm gonna dismantle this wall as well to get through to Klaus.
Okay.
Not liking this at all. I should be dead. I should be dead. Help.
Yeah, when you think about it more, you don't kind of drop dead or realize that you should be dead or anything, but you still feel like you could do with something to help you or assist you, like some extra oxygen or something, since probably most of your lungs are missing.
Relax, it's the 26th century. You'll be fine.
As Offensive just comes through your wall and you see her without any legs.
Stood on my hands.
So you see Klaus, as described before, with this big hole in his chest.
And it goes all the way through.
Yeah, it's all the way through. It's quite comical, actually.
To be honest, that's less hideous than Maxwell.
What's wrong? What is wrong with him?
Well, his eyeballs aren't there, which is kind of disturbing, to be honest. And I can't find Zhang at all. I think he's dead. Will someone turn that damn computer off?
No, we're going to need it to find information.
It keeps beeping.
You know, like what year it is, what the exact date is, where the fuck
Yes.
my eyes are. You know, little things like that. I mean,
Yes, let's get the date off the computer. I'm going to make my way over to the computer.
Okay.
And I'm going to look
I'll
at it.
follow.
Klaus,
How do we look the date up?
Yes. Yeah.
could be there on the screen. I'd love to show you where, but yeah. Klaus, I'd love to agree or disagree with what Offensive said about who's the more shocking, but I'm just going to have to take her word for it.
I
I
have a
will.
big hole in my body. Oh,
I'll see your hole and raise you another one, because I've got two big holes.
Okay, so you're firing on the computer, yes?
I'm going to try and type date. Only thing is, I haven't thought about this properly. Because at the moment, both my hands are propping me up. So as I go to type, I fall off the table. But after climbing back up, sitting myself down, I will type date. And then I will look at the keyboard and wait for the answer on it.
Now, just remember, Offensive, that you are looking for the calendar date, not a date. The computer at this point may not be able to differentiate. It could tell you what year and time of year it is, or it could be trying to set you up with Max from Clifford.
Jan, can you make me a computers and AI roll with an extra 4 to your roll?
Computers and AI.
With plus
So
4.
is that intelligence, isn't it?
Yes, intelligence, computers and AI.
Okay, so that's a 10, so I made that by 7.
Lovely. Yeah. So you can easily communicate back in sort of limited text. You have sort of 200 characters or so you can use.
I see this date sort of appear in my mind. So it's me, it's me, it's me. Comes up on the screen.
It's not giving me the fucking date. This computer's shit.
What exactly is it saying?
It's me, it's me, it's me.
Right.
That is not a fucking date.
No,
Calendar date.
Yes. As I theorized, the computer is trying to set you up with someone, and clearly they saw it and went, "Yes, it's me." It's
Zhang. I'm Zhang.
Oh. What's all these weird... Look, that A there has a funny symbol over it. What does that mean? I don't understand what it's saying. That's not English. Why's it got a line over the A?
It's me. Capital.
Anybody who's not looking at the computer as well will see another capsule to the left of the computer. Well, two actually. Yeah, there was the one that Maxwell came out of, but also another one where there is some sort of body in several pieces all being incubated.
What exactly does it say, offensive?
It's me, it's me, it's me. Zhang, it's me, it's me, it's me. Right. What is the fucking date?
No.
find out the date,
No. What is the calendar date?
So the date is the 18th of August, 2509.
Hang on, I'm going to write this down.
So that appears on the screen. And when I say it's me, I mean I am Zhang. Exclamation mark.
18th August 2503.
09.
09. Okay. Oh, well, good news, guys. Apparently, we've got 7 years to live.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, wonderful.
Actually, nearly 8.
Anyway,
Then we end up like this.
yes, I'd possibly like to avoid this particular outcome.
I think it's already happened.
There's no changing time.
So,
Oh,
apparently...
please. Offensive has just managed to type in, I want a fucking date, and I'm still trying to work out whether it's going to give her the calendar date or send her to Tinder. We're not
It's
quite sure.
given me the calendar date, and it claims to be Zhang.
Appears on the screen next to me. Where are you?
On your
Doctor.
keyboard.
Doctor,
Yeah.
is it feasible? Could our comrade actually have been uploaded to a mainframe?
Well, yeah.
I have no idea.
Have you not seen the adverts for spare bodies on Milliure? You can just be printed off nowadays and have duplicates made.
Yes.
But it's not in.
Am I the only one that watches Hollow TV?
Apparently, yes.
Don't know. Is it possible?
Are you asking me or?
Yes.
I mean, you've heard of body parts being sold and other things being transferred, not on this scale necessarily, and you've never heard of especially the big hole in your chest malarkey. Possibly.
Offensive. Could you be a dear and could you ask Zhang if he knows where our organs are at? You know,
Give
like
me a
your
moment.
legs and my eyes and Klaus's innards.
Floor 672, Magdalen Spire, Eastern Bank, EI Territory. Dear
This is not-
Sir,
this is-
Madam,
This is
do
not a
you
time.
know where...
This is no time to make a customer complaint.
Do you know where the eyeballs and internal organs and legs of our various team members are currently residing? Thank you sincerely. Yours, Offensive Back.
Zhang, if you can hear us, could you possibly not send that?
You get an automated email back saying, "Thank you for your email. We have set up a case number for you, and we will be in touch with you shortly in the next 5 to 7 working days."
Wait, that went as an email? I tried to just type it to Zhang. Oh, I'm not very good with computers.
I don't even know. I don't even know where I am.
You're on a table.
So-
Whose body is in the
Yeah.
other capsule?
Yes.
Yes, so you head on over to the other body. It looks like it used to be Jang. It's a bit more disheveled than it used to be, and like I said, in several bits. Sort of almost like being quartered in the medieval period, with each of the quarters kind of hooked up to different wires, and it's monitoring different things.
Oh, Zhang, I think you were very close to the bomb.
Yeah.
There was a bomb.
So, Jang, you get the impression that there is some sort of very foggy, dark vision from somewhere that you can try and point towards to maybe see a bit better outside of your predicament.
Okay, well, point them towards or myself.
Well, yourself. It's not like you're.
I'll
It's hard to
concentrate.
yeah, you kind of need to concentrate on it, but when you do, you realize that it's a webcam, a really old webcam, and you pop it on, a little light comes on, you can see Offensive's face, like right here.
You're on the table. Wow. I can see you. I can see you. Where's your leg?
Yep, it's literally that.
Where's your legs?
I cannot find them.
What's the doctor say? Are we all right? Are we going to survive?
Guys, I asked the
yes.
computer where our body parts were, and it asked me in an effort to find out. I don't think this computer's very bright. But I got a ticket number.
Zhang, do you want to take this one?
Back to that again. It must be.
Would seem very appropriate at this juncture.
I can see from this camera. Not much else. I can't speak properly.
At all. Your body
Well-
is dead.
I'm gonna turn the camera so that Zhang can see his body.
I'll put myself in the way. Oops.
Okay.
Because that's not going to be fucking traumatic for him.
If you look through Klaus's hole, you can see where you are.
Oh my god. I mean, one way to let him know.
What?
Now that Now that you've said it, I'm like sitting there going, yes, that gag was just waiting to go. I'm surprised I didn't see it myself, but then again, my character's blind.
What's happened to Klaus, and why is Maxwell staring at that wall?
Because I can't fucking see, Zhang. I turn towards the webcam. Not that I can see, I just start, turn around. Do a whole 360.
Yep, you see these empty sockets in both his eyes.
Is that me in the casket? Really?
Well, we don't know if it's all of you.
Oh, get me out, put me back together. Doctor, do something.
I think those lights and those tubes are keeping bits of you alive.
Bits of me. But the doctor can put me back together, can't he?
If we had a proper operating theatre and all the equipment, yes. But we don't.
Well, that's a very good point. You have no idea. You've only seen these two corridors. Although where you are, there is a bit of light coming in through a window. You're quite high up off the ground.
Oh, it's another spire. Klaus, you've got legs. Could you go over to the window and take a look outside? I don't think I can reach up that high. Are we on another Gemini spire?
I'll walk over to the window and peer out.
Okay. So it does look familiar. There's grassland down below. No civilization for a good few miles or so that you can see. Although interestingly, you notice just kind of 2 stone throws away, you can see on the ground several people, maybe in spacesuits, you think, or something like that, clambering out of a little hole in the ground. And then you hear the sound of like really loud jets coming from over to your right, and you can see these 3 jets flying up, presumably to attack them or maybe pick them up.
Something very strange is happening out here. I will bring
just helping a chap gauge some perspective here. From what I can gather, offensive back has no legs. You have a sucking great chest wound all the way through. I have my eyes removed. Zhang has become some AI, but the really weird thing is happening outside.
No, he's not an AI. He's a psych matrix. Being run from an AI, admittedly. You're not alone, Zhang. You've got an AI running your code.
Have I?
So what weird thing?
is 3 people in spacesuits and fighter aircraft coming in to attack.
Do you remember the time when we were in 3 spacesuits and we were climbing out of a hole and I threw stones at the fighters until I blew them up? And the stones shot lasers?
Yes, it seems such an innocent time.
I wonder if that's happening now when we're down there, in which case, there's 2 of us.
Oh! Well, in that case,
I'm
what
going to-
we can do is try and beat the fighters, get us in the spacesuits to come here, then
And
we
steal
can,
our own bodies.
and then we can harvest their organs and repair ourselves. We can do this.
That's brilliant, Maxwell. Right, we need to give them instructions. Get them to come here. Okay. We know our own speaker frequencies. Let's get a bit of extra range. What we need is an aerial.
Let's say you
Okay.
got work.
To which I now look at the GM and say, "Were you expecting that?"
Not quite to that degree, no, but it's pretty funny.
We can get our sight back.
Shane, how do we boost the range of a speaker? We need some kind of big aerial, right? What can we
Yes,
use?
you do. What have you got in the room with you?
There's not
Your
really
pod.
much in here apart from, as a computer source, there is Jang.
Right,
Does-
I'm going to point the camera around the room so Jean can see all the different bits we might be able to use to boost our speaker range.
Yeah, most of the things in here are medical technology. It's not really the kind of thing that you can use in aerial, but
Can I?
you're in a tower, so
Does the window open?
Can I?
I will say yes, sure. You find a way to kind of automatically open the window to about this high.
Am I the only
Oh, shout.
one asking the question
Hello?
that they're in a spacesuit and we're not?
I'll
Okay.
see if I can patch your speaker through electronically.
Oh, right. I'll plug into the computer then. We'll yeah.
Okay.
Now, if we remember,
Careful
it
which
was a
port.
woman's voice, right? So, but it wasn't an American accent, so I need to do a different accent.
Okay, so Klaus, you put your head out of the window. You start shouting. Do you wave your arms or anything as well, or?
Hello. Hello.
They don't see you, but you notice that they're trying desperately to run towards the tower, and one of them you think throws a grenade or something like that at one of the ships and does manage to hit it.
Good, good grief.
There's like a big explosion at the front of the jet.
Oh, close the
You know.
window.
You know. I just heard that explosion. I can still remember what it looked like.
We
Happy
need to
time.
know what floor we're on, so we can tell ourselves to come here, where we've got all the medical equipment to steal their bodies.
Okay, I open the window, lean out, and count the windows.
I'll let you do that. Okay, so you are on the 7th floor.
Ah,
Okay.
7.
Right, Yang, we plug a speaker in, make it broadcast somehow.
Okay, careful which port you're plugging into. Okay, do I need to roll for this?
Sorry, what do you need to roll for? What?
Because I'm trying to now patch offensive back through to our other selves.
Yes, absolutely you do. So again, because you are a modem-based life form, you get a +4 to your intelligence computers and AI roll.
Ooh, that's good. So that's going to be 11 and a. Okay, so I've made that by considerable 12.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Yeah. So absolutely fine. Yeah, you get it patched in. You can easily communicate with the
Okay.
people down below.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Who are you?
got
Hold
it.
on. Who
I
are you
got a
trying to
new
be?
accent.
Sorry.
I'm
I see.
doing. I don't think they'll recognize it's me.
Do you fancy doing a lying and acting roll with presence, please? You are very out of sync now.
It's no trouble at all.
Especially, you're like over 5 seconds out of sync. Really confusing.
Failed by 1. I don't think they'll know that we're them. Oh shit! I'm broadcasting. Oh well, okay. Now our past selves, which might be our future selves, will know that we are indeed them. So, luckily, we don't remember what happened next, or at least I don't. But that's possibly because I did a lot of drugs when I was a sports player. Right. Hello, me.
Okay, so you hear Depending on how long you listen for, you hear a mix of 4 different voices, presumably the 3 down below, but also somebody else. They are all talking in a different language, and you don't get what they're saying, but you get the impression that you've kind of hijacked their airwaves, and they're a bit annoyed about it.
God, language. I remember everything was in a weird language.
It is that same weird language.
Are
But
we
you
all able
don't
to hear this
quite
through the
remember.
speakers?
Yeah, we
I'll
get Zhang
say
to
yeah.
play it on loud.
Yeah, considering Zhang made it by so well.
Do you know what language it is?
Well, you can give me an intelligence plus arts and culture. Or corp knowledge, I'll accept either of those.
Oh my god, I passed. Huh.
Yeah, I'll be caught knowledge. Missed by 1.
Okay, anyone who passes recognizes it as Finnish.
God damn it, when did we get so educated? I don't remember ever learning Finnish. Hello, Finnish-speaking people. Could you please speak English, Spanish, military sign, or Mandarin? Except don't do military sign because I've got an audio connection to you right now.
You suddenly hear a bit of feedback, and then a voice comes back, who you think is one of the people down below, and says, "Where are you coming from? What
Do
are
I
you doing
reckon-
on our airwaves?"
Do I recognize who that is?
No.
I'm trying to reach offensive back. Or
What?
Maxwell Foxworth, or Zhang Ziru, or Klaus Reed, MD.
Yeah, a couple of other voices interject. There's 2 female and 1 male, and they're all kind of saying the same thing of who are they?
Ah, shit, guys, it's not us.
Who even
People out
get that?
there
Where
are not
are you?
us.
If you're
Them-
near the tower, then you need to get away from it
Why?
because it's being attacked
Who by?
by Eurasia Incorporated. Everyone's supposed to be evacuated.
Oh,
We didn't
okay.
get that memo.
Well, fortunately,
What do you mean you didn't get the memo?
So
All
who are
staff
we?
got a
What-
memo.
what? Are you Gemini?
Of course, we're Gemini.
Oh.
You must be the signal that we kept picking up. Some modem keeps going off.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. One of us is a computer.
Hold on, let's get inside and we'll try and find you.
No,
and you hear
don't
another
come
gun
in
exploding.
here. Oh, wait, do come in here. Yes, come in here. If you see some legs on your way up, would you mind bringing them? Also, we're missing 2
And-
eyeballs and a chest cavity, and possibly some entrails.
You hear a bit of a pause, and then one of them kind of whispers, but not so quietly that you can't hear. "Oh fuck! Some of the specimens have woken up."
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
shit, that's gonna cost us
specimens.
loads of money.
Also-
offensive.
You hear the signal
Um,
cut for a minute.
They're there. We
It's
have
okay.
a problem. They
Our
fucking
guys
knew
are
about
coming.
us.
Our guys are coming. Our guys are attacking. What we need to do is patch into our guys. Don't forget who you are.
It's
Oh, wait, we're Western Federation.
Yeah, I was going to say you're not Eurasian Incorporated. The only
we're-
Eurasian
we're-
Incorporated is
look,
Klaus.
look, they knew about these. They knew about these specimens. They knew we're here. They were fucking leaving us.
Yeah, we died years ago.
They were leaving us to get destroyed. So when they come in here, there's a very good chance that they're going to come in here and, shall we say, suicide us to death.
Well, I guess what I need is a sword. And ideally some legs.
If you're going to move, can you pick me up and carry me?
But you're plugged in.
Extension cable.
We're going nowhere.
There's in the drawers. There's like a spare dongle you can use.
Oh, we could download him onto a dongle.
Excellent.
Now, I think we need to get our psych matrices into their bodies, so I think we need to get them in here. Or someone, anyone really, I don't care who, as long as they're
Well,
fit.
we need someone in here because, yes, I'd like to be. I don't like the idea of going out into that wilderness where there is military and not being able to see.
Well, you know you can get cybernetic eyes now, hon.
Yes, and if there are cybernetic eyes here, I'm all for it.
Probably not, it's Gemini. They'll grow you some plants.
Okay,
Seed of a good
so
idea, perhaps.
are you doing anything before waiting for them to come in and
Looking for a sword and
Yeah.
some eyes.
some eyes? Anything else?
You can have mine.
Ah, that's an idea. I found some
So
eyes.
Chef. We'll get you a new body.
Okay, so you have a little explore on the
Now,
floor.
does Shang have 2 eyeballs and a pair of legs?
You can't see his head anywhere, but he does still have legs, yes.
Oh, oh dear.
How quickly can you work, Doc?
It will take me a very long time. Maybe
2 minutes, 3? I mean, surely you just get some compound H.
And he's got his travel sewing pack, so
Mind you, I seem to have a metal plate here. I appreciate that might take longer.
yeah, 16 to 24 hours at least.
It's just a tad more. That's just a tad longer than the 2 or 3 minutes we rather needed.
Are you still looking for a sword or anything similar?
Yes.
Or anything similar.
I have a new idea.
Okay.
Klaus, pick up offensive, and when they come in, throw her at them with a sword in her hand. Just throw her at them
Hold me up.
like a guided missile.
Hold me up. I'll do it. Come on, scalpels, blades, anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's no swords in the room. Again, you've not really had a good look anywhere, so you don't know if there is anything of that nature in
Are there
here.
are there
Rummage.
stools?
Are there what, sorry?
Stools. You know, for
What,
sitting-
like
Yeah, for sitting
chair
on.
stools?
Yeah.
Or okay, I'm just making sure, not the other kind of stools.
No, we're not after those kind of samples.
Yeah, okay. I'll say there's a couple next to Jang's old computer.
Right, I kick at the chair. Offensive?
Mm-hmm.
I can't offer you human legs at this point, but you could possibly take a couple of these legs as improvised weapons.
Yes. And I will rip the chair legs off, with the support being a nice tomfer bit, so I'll hold it as a tomfer.
Yeah.
And, right, Klaus, you're going to have to hold me near enough to hit them.
Very good.
Or with the element of
Conquer all
surprise,
the bites.
throw them at her. Throw them. Just
Jang, are you still broadcasting any kind of communication through a speaker?
I probably not to the 3 people outside. I'd probably cut that off. I would have thought after we.
Okay. Because they did cut theirs at one point, so maybe that's when you turned it off as well.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
But I will try and maybe search the network to see what's going on. Is this building under attack? Is it being demolished? Is there anyone else here we can call for help?
I mean, whilst you're mulling this over and you're trying to search the networks, you can hear it anyway. Outside, there is noise and sound of jets flying around and some explosions. You even feel a little bit of a shake. Nothing like you've ever done before, of course. But yeah, you kind of tune back in on the network and you hear these people talking again. Okay, they're on the 7th floor, and I mean, what should we say to them? They're not going to be very happy. No, I know, but it's not our fault. They were just third party. Oh. And then you hear the sound of somebody quite stern, kind of interjecting and saying, "We need to tell them the truth. We need to tell them why they're in that state."
Offensive? We might
will
live.
Yeah.
I'll be putting up on the screen as I'm hearing it.
Let's drill them for information and then steal their bodies. In the same way that Zhang's got onto that computer, let's move ourselves into their bodies and then get out of here.
I like that plan.
Now, with all due respect, I have the least mental faculties. I'll take the best body.
Fine.
I have one use in the world, and I want to keep it.
Okay. So, a minute or so later, the door opens. There's 3 people now.
I can't even come up with a retort at that
helmets
point.
off. And like I said, it's 2 females and a male. And oh, hold on, everyone's frozen. Are you still there?
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's frozen.
Becky's frozen.
Yes, she is frozen from you.
Yeah.
There she is.
Back.
I lost.
Gone.
Yeah.
Just a blip.
But
Are you all back?
Now is really good, actually, isn't it?
It was holding up
Yeah.
well.
Oh, hold on. She gone.
She's dropped out. Come
You're
back on
still
again.
really badly out of sync. Ah.
Oh, to be honest, no one's been out of sync at all.
Whoops.
It'll be interesting.
Oh,
It'll be interesting when the play once the session ends and people see the playback. It'll be interesting to see whether the playback has lag.
Well, according to
Steve said it
Steve,
didn't.
it says it's fine.
Has been for me all the time. It's been fine, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Until Becky started freezing a bit.
Well, that's
Anywho,
just something that happens sometimes for us because we're on wireless.
Becky apparently wants a fag. Are you wanting a break? I was expecting to do it a bit later, but if you want to break now, then we can do that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to force it.
No, it's cool. I was just.
I was going to listen.
I could do with a beer anyway, so.
Yeah, quick break.
Also-
would be good.
Also, beer.
Okay. We can do that then.
Beer, want more beer. I'll be back.
Hello, kitty. Huh? Okay. You could open a window.
I have opened a window. It's still hot. The nature of things, also that's like being in town.
Uh-huh.
Yes, beer, but unfortunately, no. Hobgoblin is not brewed by hobgoblins. It's brewed by Marstons, which is far more disappointing. It's a bit warm tonight, a bit balmy.
Yeah, it is warm tonight. I agree with that.
Can you hear the fan over here?
No.
No, that Stevie can't. Stevie
Is
doesn't
it
have a
breathing?
mic.
Good. Ba. Oh, I've been sitting on this chair for too long today. Well, just a wee bit. Okay, well, if it gets too noisy, I'll turn it off. Please give me some air.
Yep.
I'm
That's
back.
a proper beer, Stevie, not your hobgoblin mass-produced junk. Fake carbonation.
I mean, Beavertown is quite popular now and kind of
True.
mass-produced too.
It's still half decent though.
It's not as good as it used to be.
That is true. It's not nearly as fruity, and in fact, yes, I think I can taste the carbon dioxide.
Mm.
Yeah, I can. Disappoint. Need to get some Lervig.
Oh, Lerveg liquid sex robot. Becky's favorite beer and very hard to get.
I'm just marveling at the name.
Oh, you should see the label. I mean, there's no like explicit nudity, but it's a guy showing his naked bum, and he's obviously fucking some kind of robot. No, this is not child friendly, by the way.
This entire campaign has not been child friendly.
It's alright, it's better than the last one.
Well, I mean, it's certainly more bordering on a 15 rating rather than the 18 rated.
That's because I'm too much of a goody goody.
You know,
Did you mean to say classically trained?
Oh yes, I'm classically trained in my acting. Anyway, okay. So these three people come in the room. Helmets are off, so you can see them now. They're nobody that you recognise.
Ah.
They do look like potentially they're related. Do you think? Like some of their facial features are similar, or maybe it's just a coincidence.
I'm eyeing up which body I'm gonna take.
Yeah, they all look a bit startled and terrified
I-
at you, especially
shall-
brandishing these chair legs and stuff.
have they come in?
Pretty much, they're
Lift the fences back into
they're
that.
all armed with some sort of semi-automatic rifles.
Ooh. Can I?
Now,
Some sort of-
listen, you three. We are armed. We are armed.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are. We have an offensive back, and we're not afraid to use her.
we have.
Okay, we just came to get you. Are you coming?
Where to? Is it somewhere where my legs are?
Well, we can sort that out. We can sort all of your issues out.
I
Yes.
need eyes.
Yes, we know. Liha will get that arranged for you.
So, why is it you don't want Eurasian Incorporated to capture us?
When you say that, you can visually see their eyes roll. Not because they find your question annoying, but more the fact you've brought this thing up again, and they just say, "Look, it's complicated. It's CEO stuff. There was some sort of," and they kind of do like a
Oh yeah, the CFO
Side.
was fucking your CEO.
yeah, and now they've fallen out with each other, and I don't know anymore. I'm what we're worried about is that Hellstrom has he's kind of got wind of the fact we're developing new clones. So that's why he's trying to take this place by force. Hence why everybody has been evacuated. So are you coming?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Although, as we're going, you can answer one small but significant question,
What?
because I feel it's pertinent to the current situation.
Yes, we can get your eyes back.
No, 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 no. That's a given. That's a
What
fucking
then?
given.
What then?
We overheard some of your less than conspicuous whispering. We got the distinct impression from your conversations with each other that you were quite surprised at our waking up, as if we weren't all meant to be waking up and we were just being left here
Oh,
to get
Maxwell.
to get fucked over by who knows what, whoever took the fucking tower.
Maxwell, honestly, we're just stuck to them. But now we're awake, we're a problem to them.
Look, we understand, but this normally doesn't happen. Our stock doesn't normally just wake up. It's a bit weird.
Can
And
I
Our-
ask
to
a
be honest,
question?
Our
How-
fucking stock?
How
yeah, I
do
mean it's
we...
nothing personal, but you were sold to us as what was left of you anyway. I think there was some kind of big terrorist thing you were involved in, from what we know.
We nearly saved a lot of people.
We all we did
Just
was
one
go to a
question.
fucking game.
No, I think it was
No,
some
this...
kind of Shikiro
just the
attack on a
tower.
sky bridge.
The
It wasn't us.
sky
Yeah.
bridge.
I'm sure it was. Look, let's get you to Leia. She's got all the files, so she can tell you everything. They look a little bit shifty at you, Klaus, given that they're aware that you're EI.
We there, remember? We almost saved it.
He's coming with us.
Beep, 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 beep.
I know. We know. We just don't want him to be involved with them out there.
I'm involved with these are my friends. I'm involved with them.
All right then. Becky keeps dropping off. Hello.
Well, you know, it was nice on the other side of the internet.
Okay, so they lead you out. They kind of wait
Have we downloaded Zhang?
But how do we safely shut him down?
I think you need to put that big thing in and put it in one of his.
Yeah, so they
phones there
basically they basically get an external hard drive from another room. Put of your data in there.
That's not his anus, is it? Because I don't want to do anything sexual.
Why are you
That was
sexualizing computer equipment?
Well, I don't know where his bits are.
because we're about to take one thing and we're about to put it into another thing.
That is such a Western Federation thing to say. You're still obsessed with sex, even now. So they just get him in an external hard drive, quite a big one, like a big box.
Well, of course
and
I'm fucking obsessed with sex. I can't fucking see. I've got to have some good memories to visualize.
They kind of turn to Klaus because Klaus seems to have the most level head anyway. And they say, well, we can't promise anything, but we can at least get him, a movable body like an AI body. It won't necessarily be full on flesh, but he may like it. We'll see what we've got.
I might be wanting one of those as well.
Yes. We can possibly find a hologram. To kind of piece all the bits together. It'll look almost like nothing's happened.
Interesting.
Is it feeling drafty close?
Oh, yeah. Perhaps I could have different scenes, like desert island and what was it? Arctic wasteland or something. Yes. Good idea.
Yeah, speaking of active waste, then let's get out of here, shall we?
Uh,
So they
so,
lead you out of the
so
door.
just to sum up our predicament, Zhang's been downloaded. We're getting promised an eye. I'm getting promised my eyes. Offensive is being promised her legs, and
Yes,
Klaus
she's
is trying. And Klaus is negotiating several screensavers he can have as part of his holographic package.
Well, he's the eye. They're all about aesthetic, aren't they? So they wait for a gap, and there's kind of three jets that fly over. You can hear a couple more as well behind the tower,
Bloody hell!
almost kind of circling like vultures.
Are we on
And you-
Miller
Yes, you've been here for a good few years or so.
Years.
Sorry, I was in a vat.
Years? Years?
By the way, they introduced themselves as Janet, James, and Jonine.
Wait. Didn't we book rooms in their names before?
Yes, you did.
Janet, you left the firm
Uh,
in 2501. What, you came
What?
back?
no,
Employee number 32466, correct?
well, 32465. I've been here for 20 years.
D32466. And James, 82334.
Uh,
And Jonine, 1334.
Junine?
no, those are slightly wrong. You must have had coma-induced dreams or something.
Junine? Junine! Ah, yes.
You definitely recognise their names. You all booked under their names. There was a Johannes as well.
Yes, 91056.
It's all the J's.
There's no employee with us called Johannes.
Yeah.
Johan? There's a Johan.
He must have a D in front of his name now.
No, he's just started actually. He's just come out of training.
No. D is what you do to employees who've left. On your employee number, you get a D.
no.
You won't know this yet because you haven't left.
We know what happens when people leave. They just get removed from the database. We don't
No,
put a D on them. That's a data protection breach, surely.
It's
Well, that was different back in 2501.
If you want to talk to HR, then fine. But I don't know why you're so bogged down with our employee numbers.
oh God, no, not offensive with HR again.
Although most of them are offshore. I think maybe there's one person who is present with the evacuees down below. But let's get you there first and sort out your various bits and go from there, shall we?
If you're taken to Itoma Zhenjin Corporation, we can get
Where?
Itoma Zhenjin Corporation. They're on Miller. They can put Zhang in an actual body.
Wait, who are you referring to?
Page 106, Machines of War.
Oh right, okay. I don't have that in front of me.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, okay. Long story short, they don't lead you there because I haven't read that. So what they do lead you back down the hole where at least a few of you came out of at some point, either in a memory or in a dream or what have you. Are you still there?
Yes,
I'm back.
Yeah, you just jumped off for a second. Did you hear all of that?
yes.
We get led down a hole.
Yes, you get led down a hole that you have been ascended from at some point. No, you get into a load of underground caverns deeper than you were before. When you started this whole malarkey, and they take you into an area where there's a load of underground lakes. and you can even see inside the very clear, like bright blue water. There's like fish, whales, even that appear to be, there being studied and things like that. You see a lot of Shiukiro here as well, but eventually they do take you to Liha and a few others who are obviously from Gemini. So that, I mean, Gemini is kind of international, but on the whole, it is a bit more European. So there are some more European people there. And yeah, Liha's got her own little makeshift office down here, which is obviously temporary. So do you go and talk to her first? What do you want to do?
I want my fucking eyes. No, I do want to talk to her first.
Offensive looks pissed off.
I seem to remember it was Shiukiro agents that left us in this mess.
So
Yeah.
if you do go and speak to Liha, she kind of closes the door if you start talking about the Shiokiro, and they say, "Look, I know who you're talking about. They're a splinter group. They are not every Shiokiro person. These are scientists. These are biologists. They're studying. They've been on Miliuri for decades. It was some sort of splinter terrorist group. They have a thing against EI and their consumerist morals, and they wanted to blow up the Sky Bridge."
Right. Can you just for my benefit, peace of mind, and so on, could you possibly explain how we got from splinter group terrorist to our vital organs being used without our prior consent, and us being left in a comatose catatonic state
Yes.
in a high-tech facility where we had supposedly been bought?
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
you must understand that it's that last bit, other than the loss of my sight, that rather irks me some.
The rest of you who can see, she reacts in a sympathetic way, but also quite deadpan in a sort of a genuine sort of Finnish way, and also you get the impression of, well, this is normal, so what's the problem? But anyway, she gets out some papers, puts them down in front of you, and you can see your names. You can see that somebody has signed, and etc. And she explains to you, Maxwell, for the fact you can't see, but she says, well, the thing was that you were sent quite impromptu to this sky bridge to sort out this Splinter Shiokiro group who were going to try and blow up the tower. And from what we know, and bear in mind we don't know everything because we're not EI, we are a completely independent group. It got out of hand, and the tower blew up, and you all died.
There were two
And
bombs.
there were what?
There were two bombs. We defused it,
No,
but then
no,
another one blew up.
I. So what you're saying is, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this particular bombshell. Excuse the pun. You're saying that we're legally dead.
In layman's terms, yes. But because of my connections, as you probably found out by now, with EI, I heard about this, and they did say that there was some potentially salvageable bodies and other things that we can study. And the fact that you were agents, or were agents as well, is particularly interesting. To help with our cloning projects and things. So we bought whatever parts remained of you. And as you have worked out by now, not all of you remained completely intact.
So
It's nothing
one,
personal at all. It's business.
yes. Well, on behalf of my two eyes, I'd like to say fuck your impersonal business, and I would like my eyes back, or a reasonably good facsimile thereof.
We are more than happy to sort something out.
Thank you.
Obviously, because you are awake, that does cause some complications. Not for you, but more for us. But as you can probably imagine, this doesn't happen very often. But we thought you were either dead or maybe comatose or a vegetative to the point where you would not be able to become
Here's the
mobile anymore.
thing, though. You were sold to us by Eurasian Incorporated, but we weren't the property of Eurasian Incorporated. Klaus was, I mean, that's his issue, but I was the property of Western Federation.
As would I.
And so was Jan,
Yes,
I think.
you do have a good point. We did know that not all of you were EI affiliated.
So that's a
In-
malpractice suit.
Well, in terms of how it was presented to us, you were all dead, and that was through EI. So if you have any
Yes.
problems with them, take it up with them.
No. You see. Rather like offensive back, your case has no leg to stand on.
I
So
think you'll find it's completely legal.
yes.
To be honest, when you die, you're no longer part of a corporation.
We are what's called
Contract is ended.
we are what's called a legal anomaly,
No.
otherwise known as
When you sign up for corporation, your body is theirs for 18 years. You're not released in death.
Well, take a look at the paperwork, and she kind of pushed it in front. You're right in that your dead bodies do carry on for a good sort of couple of decades or so, but whoever signed it, they seem to have completely voided this. Almost like, once you're dead, that's it.
one of you will
EI,
have to
it's
check. Who's
EI.
the signature? Do we recognize the signature?
That's going to be tricky. You could give me an intelligence plus.
Well, I can't do it. I can't see it. It's somebody
No,
else.
you can't. That's very true.
That's what I'm asking if somebody else can look at it. and
Okay,
see.
intelligence plus observation, because you're kind of looking at it, trying to work out, like, read it and stuff.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back. Just
Yeah,
about.
you're actually lagging to me now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you're kind of going in slow motion framework. So, intelligence plus observation. What do people get?
Failed by 2.
Can I do anything? I've been on this hard drive. I'm a bit incapacitated at the moment.
Yeah, I can't do anything because I'm sightless.
Okay.
It's down to Klaus and offensive on this one.
And offensive. Is she coming back? Also, hello, Fuke. There she is.
Hello, Fuke. I appear to have connection issues, but I am back.
You're not lagging anymore. This is a good start.
Yeah, I'm afraid my understanding of what's going on is lacking, but aside from that,
Did you make a roll, sweetie?
that was a roll. Last thing
Yes.
I heard was... What was the last thing I heard?
You're trying to work out who signed all the letters that show that you don't
Those
have any
letters?
kind of attachment to a corporation after death. There's some sort of loophole in the paperwork.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see that you know,
You can't. You got no eyes.
Maxwell can't see what the signature is, and Zhang can't see because he's on a hard drive. So it's down to you and Klaus to look at the signatures.
With my observation skill, which is nothing, and my perception skill, which I specifically asked
Oh,
Jason to
no.
break the rules to lower it.
No, I said intelligence plus observation.
Doesn't help.
Oh,
I mean, slightly, but
okay. It just appears then for classes fail. It just appears to be like a squiggly line, potentially because they've signed it many times in this paperwork. So Liha says, you know, I do completely get why you're angry. So why don't we get some, you know, eyes and legs and so on sorted out for you?
Yes, that would be most appreciative. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You'll have to bear with us because obviously this is not where we would normally carry out such things.
That's fine. I'm sure we could all do with a good meal and maybe a lot of coffee. I'm not sure how Klaus is going to do with the meal, and
We could.
I suppose
Pre-packed coffee, but nothing. There's no beans on Miliore.
I don't know how we're going to feed Zhang. I suppose it'd have to be something bite-sized.
Yes, he was in the modem.
Oh, come on, that was good.
So Liha calls somebody, presumably some technician, and gives her Zhang's dongle. And
yeah, he's in a
says to put him
bit of
out.
a predicament.
He is.
Well, you all are. Look at you. Well, apart from you, obviously.
I could
Points
get
at
cybernetic legs. I don't. It's almost fine.
Well, put it this way: it will be a lot easier to give you cybernetics if you consent to such things. I don't know how you all feel. You might be very religious.
I am extremely religious, sir. I
Is
believe
it-
having my fucking eyesight back.
Is it
I'm
against
very
the rules?
religious
Of,
about that.
is it against the rules of Weltball to have cybernetics? I don't think it is it?
Not that I know of. No.
Yeah, then that's the only religion I've got.
Yeah, I
Well-
want my sight back.
When I say religious, I mean those who refuse to get any kind of cybernetic implants.
No, I have no such compunctions. The only reason I have not had cybernetics so far has been financial, not esoteric.
You could get yourself a nice set of Anascan eyes there, Maxwell. They do all
Well,
sorts
I
of
was thinking
funky
of going.
stuff.
I was thinking of going for something in the sporty sort of Laforge model.
They've got all kinds of
Okay.
heads-up displays.
Cool. So now is a good time to have your downtime because you are sort of all fixed up and what have you. You get your own cybernetic eyes and legs, and Gang, you get a rather nice sort of hybrid
Oh, okay.
as well. So let me know what skills you want to upgrade, or you know if you go for something else, for example. I don't know why I went straight towards skills. I suppose because I do that normally. But let me know what you want to spend stuff on.
There'll be a training, but I might need time because at the moment I'm trying to find cybernetic legs to see if I want them. Anascan, page 64, they do all the... Like, Maxwell might be interested in them.
Yeah, but what is that in the main rulebook?
Yeah, page 64 of the main rulebook.
Yeah, I'm on it just now.
Reaver, I believe they're the ones that do the legs, aren't they?
Don't tell me about no
DX7
go-around
cybernetic
Reavers.
leg. This replaces a lost leg, or can replace an existing one for better performance. The leg is tireless and strong. 2 can be fitted at once. +1 agility, +2 unarmed strike damage. This stacks with the +2 damage from cybernetic arm. Cybernetic leg has +1 strength, but has no special effect on unarmored strike damage.
I'm just listening to this new album, and I've just noticed that they've done a tragedy cover.
Okay. I regret to inform you that with the cybernetic leg, with 2 of them, I do actually get to 11 strength. I think it has to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of line up some better stats for you, but yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
really?
know how official they were.
Well, page 69 has the Reaver DX7 cybernetic legs, but if you have an alternative product from somewhere else, I would certainly consider it.
I
I haven't read that far. I've just used my imagination.
Oh, right. Which do you want to do? I'm happy to stick to rules.
I don't mind. I suppose there's more details if it's already in the rules, so
Yeah,
might as
it's
well.
actually quite simple surgery. It's only 5 hours, +1 agility, and +1 strength for having 2 of them.
Quite simple surgery
Um,
is 5 hours.
I'm not going to go over the top. I'm going to get 2 of the Anascan rectal eye, because all the other ones seem to assume that you have an eye there in the first place, which I don't have. I actually need the eyeball.
Now, the thing I was referring to earlier for Phil, which I've forgotten the page of now, there is, in Machines of War, there is a corporation that does backups of agents, but the technology it talks about is presumably how he is stored, at least in game mechanic terms, on hard drive, because they do actually take a backup. So if you have Machines of War, it's page 106. So theoretically, his psych matrix would be on that computer, and there'd be no problem putting that into a new body. Now, the way it's presented in the game is there are blanks that they tweak to your physical form, but in theory he could change it and stuff. But
And that's pretty much it, because I
it's
don't.
quite expensive. It's like 60 grand for a new clone.
Yeah, okay.
I spent all my XP at the last one.
But yeah, there's all kinds of random donor body stats and all sorts of things in that section, but I don't know it well because I read that a long time ago. What I wanted to do though was to find how I'm spending my XP. Did you say we had 12?
No, that was a mistake.
10.
It's
Did
an
you
mistake.
say I was going to be a cyborg then, or
Yeah, I mean that's the general consensus because it's the easiest to construct. It's a lot harder with organic material. But, you know, there are bits of you left, so to great length they can try and retrieve those.
That's what I was talking about with the backup thing. Like they have human blanks and
that's in it
stuff
off? That's the
that
brain
get tweaked.
is still intact.
So we've now turned into. I've now become Geordie LaFord. Offensive backs become the bionic woman.
Right, so I've got a roll for the psych matrix then.
You do?
And insert your own favorite cyborg for Zhang.
I was worried I was going to end up as a corporation version of Rimmer there for a second.
Not quite.
Just a hologram.
There's something. 2 weapons specialization. No, weapons special. Ah, I could do that.
Okay, so not use an existing site matrix as a model.
Okay. How much is a new training when you spend XP? Sorry, the XP bit is where?
60 something, I think.
Spending XP. Because I've chosen it.
No, not 60, 79.
79.
The new
Thank you very
training
much.
is 10 to buy.
Okay, well that's what we've got, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is what I shall spend. I have purchased dual weapon fighting.
Of course you have.
Uh-huh. And I do have enough strength to wield two-handed swords.
Okay.
Because you know you weren't quite lethal enough.
No, she wasn't apparently.
I wasn't. It took me 2 turns to kill an agent. Now I can kill myself in under a turn.
Oh boy.
You also restore all your conviction points.
Oh, okay. We still have
Yeah.
3.
There's
Right?
2
don't-
of them. Oh, was it 3?
The 2 of them.
I thought it was 2.
Can we get all our hit points back?
Yes, go on.
Thank you.
Same as it's you.
Okay.
I don't have so many that I can afford to not have all of them back. I'm a wee sensitive soul. I don't have things like lots of hit points or dual
course,
weapons.
I need to adjust my damage. It's just gone up.
Oh.
There we go. Yes, so, according to my rough calculations, if I don't have a shield going, I don't need to actually bother rolling the dice to kill myself. My damage bonus does it.
Oh. Right. So we have a new strategy. Whenever we get into a combat, we throw offensive towards them, and then we'll pick off the strays.
That's what you do anyway.
I know, but now
Yeah.
we kind of did that as a we sort of did that as a sort of it wasn't formulated as a strategy.
But it's what we did. One time I tried to leave you someone between you, and you really struggled, and I had to come back and sort it out.
I know, but the strategy has evolved by accident rather than design.
You realise if they've got a shield up, I'll actually have to roll damage dice. There's a chance I won't do it. Might take me a second round.
I reckon by the time you've whirling dervished them for 2 rounds, they're going to run anyway.
Well, of course, you realise that what I'm doing there is I say, yes, I can kill an agent in a round. The problem is when you're facing multiple opponents, I still need you guys to shoot.
Well, it's not that we're not going to shoot. It's just that we're going to be selective with our targets. I mean, no. You're someone that the way you've kind of set yourself up. You're a huge big hitter, which means because I can do all right with the gun with the guns that I have, providing I can actually hit and actually roll some decent amounts of damage because I don't get a lot of pluses on it. But
No, you tend not to with guns.
you're almost guaranteed that you're going to do one casualty per round, while we're sort of picking bits off of people.
Yeah, if they're agents, I'll have to use both swords to kill them in a round.
Yeah.
And that assumes they haven't got a shield. You should always have a shield in corporation. Energy shield, I mean.
How are we doing?
I've bought that buy, and I didn't have any XP to hang up, so I just went for the eyes. I didn't go for anything special. I just wanted regular eye, something akin to regular eyes again.
Okay, because of what I've rolled, so I've got to pick. Well, it says in the book for you to pick some bad traits, some negative traits for me to have now.
Ooh.
Page 106.
You're
Oh,
so
God.
honest, Phil.
6 of them.
6 bad traits. Oh dear.
Okay, I'm going to say now. See if you end up getting R2D2 voice.
What page is this again?
106.
10 what?
Machines of War.
106.
Of which book?
Machines of War.
Oh, Machines of War. Hold on.
It's in the right hand column. That we do.
106. 106. 106.
Oh, 105.
Right.
So,
It's 105.
yeah. Customizing the trait matrix.
You
positive
keep
negative traits.
breaking in and out. I'm struggling to understand you.
Yeah, 105. Then the right hand column.
105. Oh, negative traits. Ah. Haha. Okay. 6 of those. Jesus. Okay. Let's make you cryptic.
Cryptic.
You have a hatred of some kind. You are depressed. Regretful. Self-doubting. And randy. Because why not?
And it's just. What you're saying is he's going to run around being really, really horny, but doesn't actually going to do anything about it because he doubts himself all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, he's going to be living in perpetual torment.
Yep.
Dear me.
What did you
You
find?
did ask.
What table was that?
Negative traits in Machines of War. Page 105.
Whereabouts is it? 105.
So what were those 6 again?
Cryptic. Hateful. Sorry. Was it?
People of something.
Hateful or something.
Yeah, you can choose what.
Depressive, regretful, self-doubting, and randy.
Yeah, the Randy sums up most of those other characteristics straight away. Just that's a perpetual. That's the fucking ninth level of hell, kind of perpetual torment. That
I thought that was for that says it's for artificial psych matrix. Was that?
Sorry?
That says it's for artificial psych matrices.
For when you get copied for errors
Oh,
get copied,
nice.
because it's not been taken from it's not been compared against an original backup copy. It's a fresh copy, so there was errors introduced.
Nice.
It's brilliant.
The ultimate combination.
So double dip.
6 errors. Wow.
of sex mad and self-loathing.
Yep.
All right. Let's do it. I feel like, there was an opportunity there for upgrades that a couple of us took, and then a couple of... Maxwell just wanted to be himself again, and Zhang got fucked over. He got fucked so hard, he's been left wanting to fuck everything. But can't.
Yes. Although it's never going to get anywhere because he hates himself for wanting to fuck everything. And he doesn't because he doesn't do anything. He gets very depressed about the fact that he can't do anything.
Yeah.
And
Good luck role playing that.
I can give you some. I can give you lots of pointers.
And my word, has those list of personality flaws made you reflect on your life there?
It probably would have been better off as a member, actually.
So is
On
Klaus
that
now
note, then,
brandishing screensavers in his chest?
I was going to say, how's Klaus doing? We got some nice fish aquarium scenes or fires.
No, totally stuck.
Okay.
So if I can get some insides, I'll be happy with that.
What you can do, there's a cybernetic like a storage thing. So you could use. I'm trying to remember what it is. Is it a Gemini?
I'm gonna have a hate of
Hate of what?
Wow, this is going to go PvP sooner than I thought.
What?
Welpball.
Oh,
A hate of Weltball.
There's
God Almighty!
for Klaus, which might help. There is a cybernetic like storage thing that I'm just trying to remember exactly what it is. But basically, it's like a cybernetic body cavity. So you could actually hide things inside your chest.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, they can have
I can't remember where it is, but
two grades of it, isn't there? Yeah, I remember seeing that during character creation.
yeah, I'm just trying to find it. But God, it's been a while since I've read the whole core book. I can't remember who done it. Oh, it's a Liberty Black thing, isn't it? A Liberty Black body space, page 68.
Oh, the body space.
Large enough to hold a pistol. In the chest cavity.
Excuse me. Oh, you could also have a variation of Gemini Bioware meiotic restructuring, which basically allows you to help regenerate your muscles because they get them to grow larger than they already are, but obviously it's a bit different. they're kind of filling your chest back up almost.
Oh, I want that 3 times. Alloy skeleton
No,
is
it's-
required. Who does alloy skeletons? It's Reaver, isn't it?
There's also Gemini cardiomechanics, which replaces the cardiovascular system with a synthetic one.
Yeah, so is everything in my body cavity missing then? All the organs?
No, there are. Well, there's actually. It
So, well,
depends.
what do I need?
Does Klaus partake in drugs or smoking or anything like that?
He's a doctor. There
only when he
isn't a
has
single
to.
doctor in there isn't a single doctor in the universe that isn't prescribing themselves medication.
Okay, in that case, I'll say that there is a bit of your lung that remains, but it's kind of tar-ridden. Yeah, there is your pancreas happens to still be there, and a bit of your liver that's a bit kind of shriveled, possibly from alcohol.
See,
I
if you
think
got
the
yourself
easiest thing would be to get a new body then. Like Zhang.
based on Zhang's rolls, I'd advise against it. But what you could do, if you don't want to go for the Liberty Black body space, Reba Cybernetics could do you an alloy skeleton, and then you can go to Gemini Bioware to do the meiotic restructuring, as Jason said. And you can almost certainly get that for 3 times. You get a +3 on your strength. You'd end up with +1 armor value and an extra 10 hit points.
No, I don't think it suits the character.
Fair dues.
You're going to be a super doctor.
He's not a fighter. Might end up just being a brain, a head in a jar or something.
You can be. I think you can have yourself attached to a mobile device, basically a brain with wheels and a couple of mechanical arms.
Yeah, absolutely. You just transfer your psych matrix over. That's in that same section. You would just.
But what you were doing is you look at the same.
Or my original idea was that your missing parts were kind of made up in a hologram. So aesthetically, it looks like you're intact, but obviously you're not.
But how would I survive? That's the question.
Well, you'd be fitted with a couple of kind of assistant equipment, but it would be a little bit difficult.
Gemini, come on, they're the people that modify biology.
Yeah, so they can give you a better way to breathe and stuff like that.
So, if I could be transferred into a mechanical device, something like something that looks vaguely like a spider.
Oh. Are we talking like a tiny, like regular spider size, or like giant fucking thing?
Yeah, like a big crab size with things that I can use. I can have tools fixed to the ends of my fingers to do work on things.
I mean, yeah, mechanical spider, yes. An organic spider's a bit different.
It's mechanical.
Well, I think Zhang is recently familiar with that process, can take you through what to roll.
Oh, you can roll your intelligence and AI and computers and AI, and you roll. What was it again? Perception and psychology. If it's based on an existing psych matrix as a model, you get a +1 to each.
Well, in fairness, they can make a good psych matrix copy from him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're limited on equipment, but you know,
What you're looking for is excess. If you add your excesses together, and if it's over 10, it's worked and you come out fine. For everyone under 10, you get a negative trait.
oh, you got 6 under, you poor sod.
Just run through it again now. I need to roll.
Ah,
Roll your intelligence, computers, and AI.
I got a 10.
on page 107. Oh no.
And then you want to roll something perception.
Intelligence and brain. Intelligence.
Phil, were you doing that based off of a donor body? Because he's got his brain is intact.
Oh, okay, that's different. Yeah, I was being copied to put into a different body.
Yeah, so were you doing donor body?
Oh, I'm not too much, jeez.
So they could just swap your brain over. You wouldn't have to roll anything, would you?
Yeah, you could just
Ew.
be put into a new print of a new body.
They wouldn't have to copy your brain at all, would they?
Nope.
Yep.
However,
Brain out and
depending on how pissed off EI are, it's the EI who supply those body blanks.
So I could be put into a regular human body then.
You could be put into a regular human body that's tweaked to basically be a clone of you.
Alright. Oh,
Don't
Go for that.
think you have to roll.
Well, you can, because on page 107, if you want to roll something, you can roll for random body generation.
Ah, yes, so you can.
random
If you want a
body
random
generation.
body, if supplies are limited.
Let's do it. So what's the roll? 2d10?
So you do a D10 first to determine the body type.
1d10. 9.
You've got the body of a bruiser. So now for each of your like the 5 key stats, you roll a D3. So strength,
Two.
that is a 9. And then just keep going because there's more. Agility,
Two again.
6. Reflexes, oh, they're going to be 5 regardless. Endurance,
Three.
6, and then perception.
Three again.
Is 5. There you go. You're now in the body of a bruiser.
Lol. Connection's been a bit intermittent again.
Yeah, we've got a random number of people in the stream tonight.
Well, no, as in you've jumped off, Phil's jumped off.
I've lost about 4 times.
Maybe it's just StreamYard then.
Could be. Because when I've lost connection, I haven't lost connection to the internet.
No. I think you're on mute, Ronnie.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
I saw your mouth move, but I never heard you.
I've been perfecting that trick for years.
Are you back?
Me?
Well, everybody. Yes,
Yeah. It just did a thing again.
Yeah.
except for Phil.
Phil has...
He sent a message that he was coming back. So
Yeah.
Okay. I will just grab some more cheese because it was safe.
cheesy.
Do I have some cheese coming?
You can have some cheese, yes.
It's the little things in life.
Take them when you can get them. That's what I say.
Where is the film monster?
Maybe they might have had to
Not all of it.
reboot.
Take some of it
I haven't got anywhere to put it.
in your mouth. Do you want me to get a plate? Okay.
Sorry. Are you expecting me to take one?
No! Just hold it in your hand or something, like you do with crisps.
Yeah, Phil might have had to reboot.
Yeah, I
Might
guess
take
so.
a little longer.
He has vanished.
There.
Thank
It's still
you.
vanished.
Well, we're hoping he comes back. He said he was on his way back.
Okay. What page was that, Stefan, you were reading, Becky?
That chart?
Yeah.
107, was it? But it's Machines of War.
Oh. Okay.
That will be why.
Yeah.
Some weird ass noises going on.
But it's the future. Personality can be digitized.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that will soon impact the players of my Discord game. Though they don't know it yet. Spoilers.
Have you actually told them that you're doing your idea with them? As in, have you told
Told
this
who?
group?
No,
Okay.
hasn't come up.
Alright. I was just wondering.
The adventure I was really dying to run, I thought I had the opportunity to run it for James Norbury. But he dropped out.
Ah,
But I'd already committed to running it by then. So he doesn't get to play, he gets to read. It's a play by forum type thing. Will our game still be streaming on YouTube? Yeah, I think so. I don't think.
Hey,
Like,
welcome back, Phil.
Back again.
hey, we're going to make a new channel for Twitch to run Prize Fighter, but I don't think the audience we build for that will be interested in RPGs. We could try running our games on Twitch instead, so maybe at some point we'll migrate them, but we'll make sure we let you know.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why we're still doing it on here is because StreamYard, it's so easy. You just click
Yeah.
and it links it up.
Yeah, I mean, we could pay to remove the logo, but I'm not going to.
No.
Probably why it's got a shit connection and drops off half the time.
Maybe.
No one pays for it. Therefore, these broke.
Where's my character sheet?
Right. I'm ready to impart extreme violence.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I want to know how you feel about things because you've got the Gemini who've evacuated down here to Shiukiro territory, which is called Aqua Palestra, which is where they do studies of mammals, like water mammals mostly, and other fish. Obviously, you've had some shtick with the Shiukiro, technically, although not these people specifically. So how do you feel? What are your wants and desires at this moment? Oh my god, he's gone for a different hat.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but there's a lot of unanswered questions.
That's true.
There are a few unanswered questions. The immediate question that I have to ask is why did offensive back, when deciding to go for the sort of cybernetic legs, go for a camouflage unit
Oh,
so
fuck
that we
no, I
can't
wouldn't have
actually
done that.
see her?
I wouldn't
We-
have done that. No. I think
Break the
full
fourth
chrome
wall.
plating.
Hmm.
Chrome plating, okay.
Yeah, T1000 look.
Yep.
See what says.
Slick.
So yeah, lots of questions and answers. That's
There are some questions over over a few things, particularly how come we got sold off? Did Western Federation just wipe their hands of us and left EI with corpses to sell, or
I've
was
got
indeed a good
questions
question.
about the fact we're experiencing time in a long, non-linear fashion. And as far as I know, actually no, I don't know. When did I work for the UIG? What weren't we investigating something?
okay.
And then we're on Miller Uriah, then we're on a Skybridge, and then we're on Miller Uriah again, and now we're on Miller Uriah 8 years later, and
the I do wonder if the non-linear structure has just been the jumble of our memories playing in a non-linear fashion,
What were we
jumping.
Lyra is happy to explain all that stuff because she does know about it to a degree. She's
okay,
been monitoring you. So
begin, Lyra.
Yeah,
Sorry,
lie her,
begin,
not
Lyra. Oh wait,
lie her.
Lyra, are you the one that was fucking the CFO of EI?
Yes, I was.
Did
Was?
we meet?
So you're single then?
Why the fuck do you care if I'm single?
He's going for this
going
now.
places? You have a good career prospect?
Oh, I don't know. I'm way past
You
my
want to
best
go
days
to
now.
a nice fire and have red wine, a nice dinner, a steak.
That sounds really, really nice, actually. I don't know if I should do that, though. I don't know. I'll get back to
Yeah,
you.
by the way, she's looking at you. She's not interested.
Uh, did
That's the
we
story of
meet
my life.
on the 12th of September 2501?
No.
The,
No.
the chief financial officer of Eurasian Incorporated in an ambulance. I had legs back then.
She sort of laughs a little and says, "Wow, you had very vivid dreams, shall we say?"
Wait, that wasn't real?
No, I mean you can keep asking me questions, but it may be easy if I just explain to you what has really happened and what hasn't happened.
Did
Yes.
I
I don't
work
know.
for the
Because
URG?
we
Was that
are-
Western Federation?
Right,
we,
let's go.
we
let's go
appear
back to the
to
beginning.
have been experiencing what we thought was time moving in a non-linear progression.
Well, I'm
When
not
did the
surprised.
tower in Vladivostok catch fire?
It hasn't.
Oh no. So was I never... Did I never get a chance to reprise my Welt Ball career?
I don't know anything about your Welt Ball career.
Don't talk to me about Whirlpool. Oh my god.
Okay, I won't. Fine, we won't discuss it then. Whatever.
But I need to discuss it.
The point is, and she kind of raises her voice a bit. The point is, you were all scooped up by Nils, by Hellstrom, to sort out this splinter group on the Sky Bridge near Greenland because they were about to blow stuff up. He tried to get people who were around that he could, and you happen to all be in close proximity. Are you still there?
Yes.
Because you're all
Yeah.
frozen again.
We're just
No.
listening intently.
Oh yeah.
You're sounding very robotic. I'll just.
Well, Becky's frozen.
Yeah, Becky's frozen.
Frozen. Oh, she's on the move
Yeah.
again. Oh, she's gone.
This is so weird. Why does this keep happening?
I don't believe I crashed during the exposition dump.
I know. Okay, so you were all scooped up because you were in close proximity. He needed agents. He needed, powerful people to sort this out. UIG couldn't get on hand in time, so he got agents in instead.
Who's
So-
he?
Hellstrom, Nils Hellstrom.
The CFO of EI.
Yes, of EI. Yes, because he owns the Iceland Skybridge. He still does, in fact. And the Shiokiro, or this splinter group of the Shiokiro, wanted to destroy it, blow it up, cause problems, things like that, cause destruction. So he wanted to save it. So he got you involved, and like I said, things got out of hand. The tower blew up. You all died in some way or another, and he seemed quite aware of the fact that things had gone wrong, which was a bit odd, in my opinion. But he gave a general idea that lots of you had become casualties or had died, and he made a decent offer. So no, you've never worked for the UIG. I've never met you before, but you obviously know more about me than I thought, which is interesting.
Yeah, I've seen your medical records. We hacked a computer.
Huh.
Oops.
Uh,
In the dream.
yeah. Perhaps
Well, yeah, that is very
oversharing.
fascinating.
So you're saying that all these experiences that we've had, this jumble in time, has been nothing but dreams?
Well, yes. You've been in, let's call it a comatose. You've been in a comatose for at least 7 years.
7 years.
But
In fact, technically 9.
I sort of grab a seat and sort of slowly sit myself down. Does that mean I don't have the world record on ghosts and goblins?
Why do you keep asking me these really specific questions? I have no idea.
Because I have a very clear memory of breaking the world record in the arcade of
Well,
ghosts
maybe you
and
have.
goblins.
I don't know.
Can I ask a question now that is relevant? What was the
Yes.
date of the Skybridge incident?
It was, oh, let's see. And she kind of goes back through a data bank to find it. Oh, here we go. Here's a newspaper clipping. 15th of March, 2500.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not the world record holder in ghosts and goblins. That was on the...
She almost
That was-
kind of bursts out laughing at that, although trying to hold it in.
That was the 4th of February 2502, 2 years after we were in a coma.
I feel nothing anymore.
So
Oh,
it's
I'm
entirely
sorry.
possible that you're shit at it.
I mean, obviously, it must be very difficult for you to come out of a comatose when you've been in it for nearly a decade, and you've got some adjusting to do.
Was I Western Federation?
Yes, you Western Federation. Maxwell was Western Fed. Klaus DI, Jang was Ijin.
He was Ajin?
Yes.
I'd never have thought it.
Well, a derivative. I think he was just some pork.
Some of the best days of my life. I miss them terribly.
Apocalypse now. Yeah, so you're all still the same. You were the same corporation before you died. Like I said,
So-
he didn't just go for EI. He went for anybody who was there at the time.
Was I a Welt Ball player?
I mean, I don't have your biography or anything on file.
And
If you were a Welt Ball player before you became an agent, then yes,
and
that was your job. I don't know.
and was my birth name Kitchen Sink?
What again? Why are you asking me? I don't know the answers to these questions.
Because I changed my name by deed poll to Offensive Back. You realise that's a stupid name and I couldn't have been born with it. But it's the position I used to play in Welt Ball.
I'm not going to judge on what your name is. You might want to ask your parents if they're still alive, or seek out a solicitor. I don't know.
Are my parents still alive?
I do apologise for the barrage of questions you're being subjected to. You must understand that
Oh, I do
in
understand. You have a
in
lot of
our
questions.
state, we were living full lives, often extremely dangerous lives, but full nonetheless. And to find that so much is now questioned is something we're going to have to adjust to.
Yes,
It
normally
may take some time.
agents do live quite full lives, and yes, it will take some time. But I do not know literally every ounce of what you've done in your life. I'm quite concerned that you think I would know this. I'm not an AI bank or a data, pack.
Do you know where we can find one?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But this is what I know about you, and like I said before, went on the table. The way that you were sold to us, it was very legitimate. However, I don't know, you may want to seek down the people who did this to you.
It's certainly an option my compatriots and I will be considering as we pound them into the ground. But it's yes, it's certainly one of a number of key options that we will be considering in the short, medium, and long term. I think, however, me and my new eyes need to go and rest because
Absolutely.
this is a lot to take in.
Would it be more what's the word? Would it be more suitable to let you know that you know Hellstrom he gave all the go ahead for you to be handed over to us?
Then we may have to talk with him and discuss. In fact, I do believe Offensive Back, who has, as far as I remember, has a particular penchant for dealing with customer service complaints, may have one or two small issues that she may want to take up with Mr. Hailstrom,
Well,
or at least parts of it.
Well, not really. I'm kind of more interested in how Western Federation gave up ownership of me. Maybe Hellstrom bought us? In which case, yes, everything's legitimate, but what I disagree with is not being put back together.
that is quite possible.
But as far
I
as
mean,
I can ascertain, it was you who didn't put me back together.
well, no, because when we accept again, we thought you were dead because you were when we accept dead bodies, we don't question, could they be put back together again? We simply study you.
Well, in fairness, I hadn't paid for a backup.
It's a bit like kicking a dead horse. Why would you do that to a computer? If you got a dead computer that won't boot,
Well, you
you have
put him in
nothing
a
over
blank. You
could
just
it?
did that.
Well, yes, true.
Listen, my associates and I are undoubtedly we're still we have a
Adjusting.
lot to discuss and take in, and I think a good night's rest before we make any affirmative plans is in
Yes.
order here.
And I
Two
know that this is not the
questions.
ideal conditions for you. Yes, offensive.
One, where is Hailstrom now?
Well, I don't know exactly where he is now, although he has insisted on attacking our tower in order to get some
You used to date him, right? Would he actually
credit.
be
Yeah,
here for that?
probably
Perhaps he's,
not.
perhaps he's
Probably
trying to get
not.
us back.
So where does he live? Like, no one would know his personal movements better than you, so we need to know all of that stuff. Also, second question,
Hmm.
did the Cougars win the bowl this year?
You can find that out on the internet. Seriously. Why would I know the answer to that? I don't even like word
I,
ball.
I'm not licensed to
Oh, well,
use
good
the
on you.
internet.
She Googles it basically and turns the computer around towards you.
That
Yes, they did win.
bad? Oh, they won. Without me? Oh,
Let's surprise us if they did win.
oh. It's like they've moved on with their lives.
She says, with regards to Hellstrom, yes, I do know quite a lot about him, but we have not been on good terms for a good few years. So he does have a couple of different homes, one in the Rhineland, one in Scotland. But from what I know, he's been concentrating quite a lot back on this Sky Bridge. I think he's been setting up a load of gyms there or something.
Then I think we need to go to the Sky Bridge tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I do like a good workout.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
today
I'm not-
we're going to have a sleep,
well, yes. I thought
and
you'd
then
expect
tomorrow
longer.
you are going to fix us up with the equipment that we are used to having, and we are going to go to the Sky Bridge. You are going to provide us with transport and drop us at the Sky Bridge, and we are going to meet Mr. Hallstrom and ask him a few interesting questions, such
can
as
do-
can he
do what
run
you
faster
like.
than my bullets?
You can do what you like. And as she says that, you hear kind of a dull explosion from above you. And she says, "Oh, that will be the UIG that we called ages ago to sort out the tower problem.
Ah, well, that's very good of them.
Although
Yes,
they've probably left by now." And it's almost like she's shouting or ranting at the UIG for taking forever.
Well, don't blame us. We didn't work for them. Apparently.
I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I know you didn't work for them. You never have. Anyway,
Well-
yes, you do need rest. Yes.
yes, and then we're going to have a nice, gentle conversation with Mr. Hallstrom about his athletic prowess.
Yes, if you can get anywhere near him. Good luck with that, but I suppose you can sleep on it and have a think.
I think we need 2 bombs.
We
Shoot
don't
bombs.
need luck. We just need us. Mic drop. Head to wherever the sleeping quarters
and,
are.
yeah, and a good time to end as well as you head off to your sleeping quarters.
Stephen's last one there is: are offensive legs magnetic?
I do not believe so. It's not mentioned anywhere in the rules. The FB video chat rooms, I'm actually going to use one on Thursday. Going to try talking to my family who I haven't seen in yonks.
Oh, that's still happening, is
But
it?
it's happening on Thursday
Okay.
without my brother. Family issues. But I don't think you can record them, and I do like having a record of the sessions because occasionally, like you go back to them. And of course, you wouldn't be able to watch them. We do this for you, Steve, all for you, and Fuke when he's at work.
Hello, Fuke.
Yeah, no, I like especially when I'm GMing, I'll often watch the last 3 minutes of a session, and then if I watch the last 3 minutes of the session, I remember it all. But if I don't do that, I have no frigging clue what happened in the previous week.
Fucking Mozzie.
So that's why I kind of like to have a recording of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there we go.
But yeah, it's getting intriguing now. I mean, it was intriguing before, but it's like, ooh, one question answered, about 10 more have popped up.
Well, that was a busy session, though, wasn't it?
It was.
I don't know. All we did was like wake up and walk down a hole.
We didn't actually do that much.
Yeah,
A
but
lot
we
of
did we did, but we did a lot of character work.
Got a whole different personality.
bloody well ball players coming over here
And
with their balls.
Oh, I don't have balls. I know I'm a slightly large person, but you might have noticed I have tits.
Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast now. Bye, Steve, and everybody watching.
Yeah,
Bye.
and we are honoured to have you watch.